Morning. Today is day 6 of lockdown 2.0 and I'm here giving a little bit of tips, mental health advice regarding how we can help build our resilience in this kind of challenging time. And today's top tip is about self-care. And it's a word that people use a lot and doesn't necessarily mean very much, but I want to just talk about how we support our self-care. And quite often self-care, especially as a parent, feels like a luxury. Like it's the thing you put at the end of the list, like having your bath or doing the thing that's for you is put off to the end of the list because the kids and all the other things are more important. My tip is about actually putting it at the front of the list, because the better fulfilled you are, the more sustainable your parenting is going to be. Yeah, so if you give yourself a little bit of a top up, you've got more to get yourself through the day to do what you need to do. So my self-care support plan for you guys would be to ask yourself some really, really simple questions. So the first one is, what self-care actions do you take now? So what have you got in your daily or weekly routine that is for you, for your personal self-care? Then are your self-care actions positive? So a lot of us have coping mechanisms which are not very healthy. Alcohol, food, comfort eating. And I'm not about one glass of wine at the end of the day. I'm talking about, drinking, which we've all been guilty of at times as a stress management process, but it's a really unhealthy one. So just being aware of that stuff. And then have a think about what self-care actions you would like to have, like in an ideal world, if you had the time and the whatever to invest in it, and then figure out where the blocks are for getting you to those self-care actions, to getting you to the ideal kind of how you'd like that self-care to manifest. When you have some action points from those kind of questions about how you can improve your self-care regime, talk to your friends and family about what it is you require, especially where you might have secondary health considerations. It can be really, really beneficial for other people to understand, people around you, to understand what your needs are, so that you can work together to kind of support each other in figuring out what each of you requires as self-care. So by giving the person the space, by taking over, I'll put the kids to bed tonight so you can do your self-care regime, whatever it is. If we talk about it and we discuss it amongst, our close family and friends, we can generally come to some solutions where we're, co-supporting each other. So yeah, self-care as a priority, not as a secondary thought. That's the tip for today. Like I said, none of this stuff is rocket science. It's stuff we already know. But it's just a healthy reminder and a bit of support. If you, want to reach out, comments, direct message me, check out the Facebook group, which is DeRose Development Forum, or visit the website. We've got loads of other resources, loads of opportunities to get involved, and you can actually book an appointment now, because I have just set up this Calendarly thing. So yeah, you can literally go on and just book an appointment to have a chat and some one-to-one coaching. Please, everyone, take care of yourselves, look after each other, and get at me if I can support you. Take care.